Welcome back. Now, Tuesdays, we have our parenting conversations. And we are blessed to have Ochuko Prudence Daniels back with us. Now, she is a dynamic entrepreneur and professional early childhood practitioner. Now, she is the founder and director of Mama Hill Montessori, and she holds global Montessori credentials at 2 different levels, age 3 to 6 and 6 to 12. Now, we have been discussing the issue of children being rushed through the years and a parent's prerogative. At this point, we're going to be discussing how soon a child should be put into school. At what age should your child start school? Welcome back to the program. Thank you.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Honestly, so from a Montessori perspective, I think we should explain the reason why your perspective on, when a child should start school is different from what is more commonplace.
Okay, so ideally, Montessori prepares children from 2.5 years to 6, and that's not really school.
Okay.
But the term preschool.
Preschool. Okay.
And they have in America the pre-K.
Okay.
We have it here too. Nigerian curriculum or Nigerian Ministry of Education promotes 3 years.
Okay.
For the preschool, they call them kindergarten, and then the 4 to 5 years nursery, and the 5 to 6 years nursery 2, nursery 1, nursery 2, and then from 6 years the elementary program starts. It's the same for Montessori. It's just that Montessori also develops something for parents, parents from infants.
Okay.
So I would generally say to parents, because there are some children who are actually better off in school than at home.
Okay.
Yeah, because the experience the child gets at a very young age determines their whole life.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you give them the best experience if they cannot get it from home? So if, for example, you're a working mother or parents, or how do they call them? Parents in absentia, you should put your children in a good school. Yeah, good school being that the personnel are able to cater to the needs of the children at that age. We have programs for 0 to 18 months, 18 months to 36 months, that's 3 years. And the proper children's house in Montessori is from 3 to 6.
Okay, so now let's wrap our head around what the average parent thinks of as school. The average parent thinks of school as the time when, a child gets into school and is graded every month or every term and given a scorecard, given exams to do, given certain books to read, given handwriting to do, etc., etc., etc. So now what we're talking about is not exactly school in that sense of the word. This is engaging children on another level. Let's break that down.
So it can be done from home as well. So if you're an at-home mother, you can take lessons on how to engage your child with school. Remember, I think we had that topic here once. As a parent, you are the child's first teacher. Yeah, so you can actually engage with all of these activities. Grading and scoring children before they are 6 years old is not necessary. I can say it anytime, anywhere. It's not necessary because what you want is to develop your child socially. The social skills and social development is the number one. And then when they meet that milestone before you begin to introduce real learning, academic, and the social is also learning. So children learn from birth. They learn from even when, I remember when I had my first child, when he came out, my husband walked in and he recognized the voice. My husband spoke and he was like looking for that voice, like, I know this voice. It's just tallied with what people say that children in the womb, they hear. So the learning doesn't even start from when they are born, it starts from before. So you can actually engage your child with activities. Again, I will speak about the hands. In Montessori, we say the hands, they are the organs of the mind. So, and everything the hand touches connects to the brain. So when you engage your children in hands-on activities, you're actually educating the brain. Yes, you're educating the child's mental curiosity, intelligence, and all of the cognitive skills. Yeah.
So my kids started with Montessori. They did Montessori till nursery 2. And they were given a lot of materials to work with. And when I say materials, I hadn't thought of the term materials so much as I did when they were very young. Things like sand, things like paper, things like, you know, different shaped objects, things that made different noises, little stones, pebbles, seeds, and things like that. And now that you've mentioned using your hands, now I'm beginning to understand it more. So
I wish I could just break in because our time doesn't permit us to say so much.
Go ahead.
We educate the senses in Montessori. So when you say hand, it speaks to the sensory. Sense of smell, taste, hearing, sight, feeling, the touch. So all of our 5 senses are catered to. And when you refine those senses, the children are better placed to now be sensitive to hearing. Some adults today don't know color. It's not their fault. They were not educated at that age. They were not, that sense of color was not refined when they were young. So when you talk about things with shape, children do geometry from when they're 2.5.
Wow.
And so those geometry work, it comes like a mirror, like they absorb it in their minds, they store it, and in later years, they recall it for the real learning. So the child is not wasting that time at school at that time. I'm not so much an advocate of bring your child to school early, but if you are not present with your child, the best thing is to take the child to a good school where the child's sensory organs can be refined and help to prepare for proper school.
So I wanted to just reiterate, this is not the type of school where a child is constantly looking at a blackboard all day.
No way. How do you even tell a Montessori school? One, they must have professionals in the environment who are trained. An average Montessori training in Nigeria costs close to about 2 million.
Wow.
Or above that, depending on the level, for the teachers, depending on the level of training. And the school must have at least 1 trained person in the environment to guide the children and the activities of their learning. 2, the classrooms are prepared. We call it the prepared environment. It's not like the regular classroom, sit and face the board, the teacher is dictating. No. It is organized in a friendly way. Our experience at Moma Hill is that children don't want to go home because it's prepared for them. So prepared environment. And then you have the child allowed to choose what they want to work with.
Wow.
Power of choice.
Wow.
It caters to the child's interest later in life and helps them to navigate their life path.
That's so interesting. So the child gets into the environment with all these options, and then the child actually gets to choose, or you actually see this child gravitate to what interests them. The child gravitates
to what interests them. They make choices.
Wow.
As a guide, you have been trained. As a teacher now, we call them guides. You have been trained to kind of channel this child to the right place, but you allow the child to choose. You just subtly guide them in the right direction. Professionally as well.
So obviously there's never enough time to discuss things like this, but as parents, have you noticed, you know, what interests your child the most? Now, I'm not talking about your cell phone here. In and around the house, is it when you're cooking? Is it when you're washing? Is it when you're, you know, cleaning something? Do they want to join you? What are you noticing about this child? Hopefully, the right school will help channel those energies in the right direction. Thank you so much for an amazing month on parenting segment. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck with Moma Hill.
Yeah, thank you.